Hello everyone, welcome to a new stream with a developer. Tonight we are together with Pat or Alex from GameChuck and with Neko, like always. Welcome everyone. We'll explore two of their games. Is Speed Limit and the other one is
Paws of Coal.
The name.
Paws of Coal. Paws of Coal.
Yeah. And the first one, it's an arcade style type of game, like in the 80s. You'll see the vibe. I think you already hear the music. And the other one is a point and click, from what I discovered for a few minutes of playing them.
And also, if I remember it correctly, it's a kind of preview for TripDR Fantastic game.
Exactly. So it's a smaller game, around 3 hours long, maybe, depending on how you play. And the idea is that it will guide players into this universe of this much bigger 30-hour game that we're making. That one day will be out.
So, tell us a bit about your company and the games you developed until now.
We started in 2019. This was when I met Neko Jones as well. We sent out the first press release about our first game that we wanted to really. A bigger game, which was TripDR Fantastic, as we mentioned, and 5 years later we're still working on it. It's we've been sidetracked with a lot of different projects. So in the past several years, we've started with interactive comics. So that's like point and click adventures, but they look like comic books. And whenever you do something, new panels of the comic book appear, and it was really, really fun. People loved it because it had a little gimmick trick where at the end of the game you can print out your entire comic in the exact way that you played it, with the exact dialogues that you said and so on. So then we did some of those, All You Can Eat, Vape Escape, and so on. We actually have some of those in the pipeline as well for the future. Then we said, okay, let's try doing something more big. That was when we started with TripDR Fantastic. It was a little bit too big for us, maybe, so we're still struggling. So we also tried to do something smaller as well, and maybe not so much in the adventure space. Even though I really personally adore adventures and any kind of narrative game whatsoever, I love it. But we said, hey, let's try doing something more arcadey. Let's do something which would be like an homage to retro games, old games from the 80s and 90s, and Speed Limit then, which had, of course, great success. I don't know if you're aware, but people like shooters much more than narrative games. So it was on all the consoles, Xbox, Switch, PlayStation, PC, and also great reviews. And last year we released, since it's been so long and people have been really patiently waiting for TripDR Fantastic, we've released this small game, Paws of Coal, which is like a little prelude to the story and world building of Art Fantastic. And right now, in 2024, I'm hoping that we will release another game. I'm not gonna tell you much more about it because it's all very much under wraps. But what I can tell you is that we are in development of 3 different titles. I don't know where we're doing this stuff. Always various things, and it's always different. Like 2D, 3D, different genres, different perspectives, different art styles. But we're going to somehow probably be able to release one of these. One of the stuff that we're doing is actually another retro game, and one of them stuff we're doing is more along the lines of a narrative adventure. That's the short history of GameChuck. We're from Croatia, as you can see with my little thing here. Yes, it's difficult to coordinate. Here. So yeah,
mirrored.
Yes, it's mirrored, so I have to think about it. Yeah, and we're actually not such a small studio. Since we're doing so many things at once, we're usually like 15 people. Like 5 projects, 5 people on that project. But most of our time, unfortunately, goes to projects which are not our own authorship projects, which we love, but we have to find the money to do because people have to get paid. So a lot of the time we do projects for others, like good projects, really wonderful projects, but not our own authorship projects. We do stuff for non-governmental organizations. We did something for kids in Croatia, like to teach them how to, behave in traffic, when to not cross the. And it was also a very, very fun game. It's actually on Steam and you can download it. It's called
Nice.
Sure. So things like that, yeah, and other stuff. So that was like a role-playing game. We also tried that, the Monster Adventure one. But it's more of a point-and-click adventure again. But it looks role-playing because it's top-down. Okay, so that's the short history of GameChuck. I'm one of the founders.
Nice. A lot of us are really enjoying the point and click games, and I'm happy there are still some studios involved in this kind of games, which were, if we think at early 2000s, everyone's saying that this genre is dead, but fortunately for us, there are a lot of good indie games in this genre.
And depending on your stance on hidden object adventure games, there is so big of a treasure trove out there.
I think, I wanted to say that this myth that adventure games are dead has been alive ever since I started in the industry, and I actually started doing point-and-click adventures, and I'm still doing them. So it can't be dead. I actually worked for years in a company that was doing also point-and-click adventures. I don't know if you know this one. It's an old one, Victor, a steampunk adventure. It's almost 10 years that it's a small one, but yeah, it's something that people really love, and I don't think it's going to go away. Even with Telltale started doing their own thing, then everybody said, "Oh, that's gonna kill point-and-click adventures. Everything's going to become like a quick time event, story-driven thing." And no, you always have a niche genre for this kind of genres. Yeah.
Okay, tonight we'll try these two games, and we'll start with Speed Limit. Unfortunately, I don't have to show you the physical edition for this game, which was released by Strictly Limited. It didn't arrive in time, but I will show it to you next stream.
Deliveries!
We'll play the Steam version of this game tonight, and after that we'll play the point and click Paws of Coal also. And of course, during my playthrough, let's say Neko will shout out a lot of questions to our guests.
Yeah,
okay.
Indeed. So if you have any questions, just throw them in chat, since I can do things like this.
Hello.
To show up things in chat like, "Hello, Zombies channel."
Cool.
I think you full screened it on the wrong monitor there. Yeah.
Ah, yes, that's good. That's good.
Okay, what should I try? Arcade, I guess, is the hardest, no?
No, actually, arcade mode is the easiest because it's with coins. It's coin operated, so you can just put coins in and actually leave it at free play, because that means you have infinite coins. So that's good. So
okay.
That one is the easiest.
Okay.
Arcade mode was a life mode, if I remember correctly.
Yes. You have 3 lives, and then when you lose them, you have to enter coins. So this, do I explain what's happening, or do you want to figure it out yourself? Run! Start run.
Yeah.
Jump? Yes. And shoot. Good.
Now, I am somebody who... my reflexes aren't the best, and I struggled quite a lot with the introduction. And
Yeah.
oh boy,
The first level is actually quite hard. Actually, it gets a little bit easier, but yeah, it's really unrelenting.
Whoa.
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
Clement, I think my Discord is tripping me up, but you might have to lower the game sounds with like 10% in a minute.
Okay.
Options.
Uh,
How you could do it to the options menu, or like this, yeah.
No.
okay.
I love this elevator music when you're in the menu.
So I understand from Neko that you intend to release somehow a hardware version of this game on mini arcade or something like this.
Exactly. So the author of this game, Igor, he's actually a product designer, which means he develops products, physical products, and he always wanted, whenever he makes a game or something, to also include something physical with it. And since this is an old school arcade game, it made sense. It made sense to make it also including with an arcade system. So we actually built the whole arcade system ourselves. Run! There's a bomb. Okay, just run right. And you died. It's really hard. Okay, and you keep dying, which sucks. But it's good to actually crouch when they're shooting you, because otherwise. It would be great if you at least passed a few levels, because then we could show the variety. So actually, yeah. So Igor wanted to make this game as a kind of how to call it, like a love letter to old school gaming, And that's why every level is like a completely different genre. You'll see like the first few are like a run and gun genre, but then it changes completely, the perspective, the kind of gameplay, and so on. I hope we'll see it. But also, as it's like a very it's I want to say it actually it's deliberately very hard, because games back then were very hard because you had to enter a lot of coins. Jump! Oh wow! It didn't help that you got into a tunnel. Okay, jump here. Jump! Yeah, just run. Crouch. Good. Okay, you're actually doing well now.
This section gave me so much trouble when
This
I was
one?
that section when I was playing it for my review.
Just kill this guy. Yeah, just. Oh, good. You're at the end. Just. You have to kill the guy with the. You had to turn around and kill the guy with the bazooka, and then that was the solution.
Yeah, I will get to the end, I hope.
Actually, you're quite close to the end of the first level, which is amazing.
Can you lower Pat's volume by 5% in the moment?
Yeah.
I am like I always do. I'm listening into the live stream for 5 to 10 minutes. Since even you may test our volumes a million times, but production is always different compared to testing.
That's why it's good to test directly in production.
This sounds
especially release on a Friday in production.
Okay. Okay.
But I interrupted you, Pat.
So you killed 44 people, but died 40 times. You're still ahead. Oof.
Now, thankfully, our usual Clement instinct isn't kicking in, with him trying to kill everything.
I realized that it's impossible.
No. You've the strategy where you're just running away is not a bad strategy, but yeah, at least you should crouch at some point. No, now, crouch. Okay, go. Turn around and kill him. Good, now go up. Go. Ah, so close.
This is such a game where the moniker of just one more attempt is so fitting. It's like, and now I'm gonna beat the fucker.
But I'm not frustrated. I'm enjoying it. So
Yeah,
that's
you
important.
Oh,
the game reminds me of games like Another World and what is it called?
Heart of Darkness.
Hmm?
Another World and the Heart of Darkness. Those are the two.
Yeah, Heart of Darkness.
similar games.
That was the one I was looking for. And
Jump up. Yes, good. Finally, level 2.
it says it right there.
Oh,
So the fact you have various games in development, is there a way how people pitch games inside the company to work on, or
yes.
is there some thinking tank?
We do have an internal pitching, and then we vote on which game we want to make. I'm not super happy because usually I always pitch some kind of narrative thing, and then everybody votes for something very arcadey and bloody. but yeah, it's very democratic on how we choose to do it. But sometimes it's also just about we as I mentioned, we make a project because somebody tasked us to do it. Right now we're in development of a game. Well, it's halted. The development of the game is halted. We're trying to find a way to finance it so we can start over again, which was like the highest voted game we pitched to ourselves. It's called Midwinter. It's also a pixel art game. It's also very retro. It's like a stealth action game. So it's about you're a werewolf or a vampire or a witch or whatever, and then you're on a quest to stop some evil cult from spreading everywhere. It's interesting. It's a top-down Hitman. But yeah, it is a cool idea, and we did have a publisher who was financing the thing, and I was really amazed at this, because it was like a big project with like a few years of financing for a big team, 5 or 6 people. But then 2023 happened, and as you know, a lot of projects were cancelled and publishers stopped the funding stuff and so on. So now we're trying to see how to financing it in a different way. Luckily, we're skilled in trying to find other ways of finance. So I'm confident.
Yeah, and the big publishers are doing some big shenanigans, like the whole Microsoft shutting down Bethesda Studios, and Sony with Helldivers and Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. What a stupid move.
For those not in the know, what Sony pulled is Helldivers was released in February around Clement and my birthday, and from the start they said PlayStation Network account should be required, but because of technical difficulties they made that requirement optional, and they left it like that for 3 to 4 months. Then suddenly, last week or the week before that, Sony was like, oh, now it's gonna be mandatory. And if you don't link your account, we will ban you.
I'm just... it was such a horrible move because up to that point everybody was really enjoying the game and it had wonderful reviews, and then it was review bombed so hard.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know why they what's the logic of these big companies? Don't they get it that these things are gonna happen? You know, I don't know.
And to finish my the story what Sony did, and then I will pop up Zombie's channel question, is Sony reverted the decision of mandatory PlayStation account linking, but in the background they stopped sales of in all countries where you couldn't make a PSN account, like Estonia and Latvia. You can't buy Ghost of Tsushima or Helldivers 2 in those countries. So that's fun.
Okay.
Now this channel has a question about speed limits.
What game engine was Speed Limit made in? That's a good question. We very famously use a lot of different engines for all the different games. So this one specifically was made in GameMaker. GameMaker is a small 2D engine. It's
really
very
nice.
Yes. It's very fast, you know. So these kinds of games are very easy to make in that engine, and it doesn't have the issues that, for example, usually you have to really be careful about performance when you're using Unity or Unreal or something like this, because they are big bloated engines, and this whole game is like maybe 50 megabytes or something. I don't know, maybe when you add music maybe it's a little bit more, but it's really a small game, and you know, this is impossible with other engines. Such a small retro title, and yeah, as you can see, you have like a lot of people on screen, a lot of flares and everything, and it should work without problems even on very old machines. I've played GameMaker games on Windows XP. Now they've dropped support for Windows XP, but still, it's really so the first game that I worked on, Victor, the Steampunk Adventure, the point-and-click game, was also GameMaker. And this was really okay. It was released in 2017, but I've played it on a very old Windows XP machine, and it worked. Oh, so see, I'm talking about it not being slow, but now I've seen some frame drop. Who knows why? It shouldn't have any frame drops. Usually, when you're developing for like Nintendo Switch and so on, they have a big issue with frame drops. You know, you can't even release it as an indie developer if it has any kind of performance issues. So we really had to be careful about these things.
That's ironic, thinking about the last Pokemon releases.
Well, it's different when it's their game. I guess different protocols are in place. But for us, they actually played the whole game, and then they told us, look, in level 5, well, it's a very big question if we're gonna get to level 5. That's not a new climate, it's just a hard game. But yeah, shoot this guy 3 times. Oh, you should have shot him in the head 3 times. This is some kind of trial and error. Yeah. Sorry.
GameMaker has been around for ages. I'm 31 right now, and I have dabbled my feet into game creation with making breakout clones and things like that with fairly early versions of GameMaker. Back when you could still buy it on CD.
Oh. I guess my first clash with GameMaker was 2004. 2004 was really 20 years ago. Wow. So
for me, it would be the same. Almost.
I think it was called GameMaker 4 or GameMaker 5 or something. And I downloaded it from the very slow internet back then. You know, back when we had like the old dial-up system. You know. So
was it still that that red ball with the grayish hammer logo?
Exactly, the red ball with the gray hammer. Yes, that was the logo. And I was like a kid, you know. I was I don't know, some kind of, I was 12 years old or something. I don't know, and or 11 maybe even. I don't remember exactly when I started, but I was amazed because before that time I didn't know how games were made, you know. So I was, you know, a kid, you know, no computer class in school back then. So I thought games were made by, you know, like some kind of magical thing where you, I don't know. I had no idea, so I tried to make a game by like making a folder and calling it something, and then making a point-and-click adventure where you're like you have to click on each folder where you want to go, and there's like a text file in each folder explaining what's happening. So it was like a text adventure with like 1,000 folders. And I was like, how do you do an actual game? You know, how do you do a game where you like click on things and the things happen? And then I found out this game maker thing exists, and I was. I actually have some games from 20 years ago made in Game Maker. By me.
Same here, but they are in some kind of archive called Teenage Cringe.
All right, so it's probably not something that you want to show.
Exactly.
Okay, let's try to help Clement. Otherwise, we're gonna be here in the same level for a long time. Jump. Okay, you don't have to kill this guy. Just go. Just go. Because okay, just jump. Yeah. Let me think of the best way to help you out here.
I think
okay,
it's
so first kill
expected
this first
to
guy,
be hard, no?
Okay. It is.
First
Jump.
playthrough.
Just run. All right, or like this. Yeah, fine. You have to jump here again. Jump. Yeah, good. Kill this guy. Wait. Jump. Oh. But you see, you have to wait until he destroys the train and then jump over the train. Jump. You always forget to jump here with the. Okay, you have 2 more lives. So jump here. Oof. Okay. Maybe it's too hard. Who knows? Ooh, wow.
I don't know. Maybe something related with the controls. Because
So maybe you should. So my suggestion not to lose 3 lives at once would be to first jump over the thing that's passing by, the yellow sign, but jump in place, you know, and then jump over the thing where you just lost life. So stop here, jump, and then jump again. You get it? So because every time you will lose a life here for some reason. Oof! You just lost a life again. Okay, wait, stop. Okay, let's try. So kill this guy. Stop now. Jump. Oh, okay. But you still lost 2 lives in a very short time span, so I'm not super happy. Jump.
One of them is hitting one of the how you would say it, the boards.
Oh man, it was almost good, but I think you got the point. So first you jump on this one and then jump on the next one. That's how you don't lose a life. Jump, and then jump again.
That's
But you lost life now.
If you have any questions, just say. If there is any audio or video issues, just shout at us.
Yeah. Okay, at least okay. So jump over this one as well. Okay, and I'm hoping that. I'm hoping. Jump! Ow. I'm hoping that it's gonna save your checkpoint. No, it didn't. Okay.
The audio cues are so important in this game, and you tend to forget listening and focus on them since the whole hectic gameplay.
Okay, jump. Always try to jump between trains. You never know when they're gonna, you know.
Disconnect.
Jump. Yes. Oh, I think you're actually kill this one. Oh, I think. Oh, kill. Oh. But if you did kill him, I think that would have been a save. Ah, it was a save. Good. This is the final thing. Crouch, jump, crouch. That's it. Now we're going to see the thing that I was mentioning, that every level is different. So jump here, jump down into this guy. Wow. And now it's a top-down game. So it's a top-down, and you use the jumping button to aim. So either you shoot in the beginning, or you hold the jump button to aim. Down, go down. Oof.
Imagine putting this in today's arcades. I think you will be rich.
That was the point, yes. Actually, there is a cafe in Croatia which has this game on an arcade, but it's free play, so you don't have to put coins.
Ah, nice. So when is that mini arcade going to be released? Do you have a...
We only have one prototype, so it's a good question. I mean, the prototype is in GAMECHUCK, the cafe that I mentioned, the black cat. But yeah, it's also like on hold a bit because we're not sure about how to, you know, approach it. You know, are we going to sell it to people or cafes? You know, so we're thinking about it.
Now, be careful, since if you mention people can buy physical things, we are streaming to a Discord full of game collectors.
Ooh, nice.
That's why I'm asking.
So soon, at some point soon, we might have it. You could find it on the internet. It's called the GameChuck Arcade. But just a prototype. Oof, oof, oof.
Yeah,
it seems like the top part was easier. Just go to yeah. Seems that this bottom part is much harder to play. Go up, go up. It's much easier to be up because it's not opposite direction traffic. Like in real life, you know?
Attention to detail.
Shoot the guy behind you. Oh, what's happening here? Ah, he's trying to... Okay. Yeah, the guy is going to kill you with his...
I don't get it with...
I think that...
How do I aim?
So you hold the aim button. Hold the aim button. And then you aim somewhere and shoot.
Okay.
See? And then you unhold it and just keep driving. It takes some getting used to, I see. Okay, good, you did it.
Something I love to ask when I talk to developers, especially when I'm doing research for writing an article, is: do you know any funny bugs that happened during the development? Or...
As you can imagine, in this game, there was like a lot of very funny physics-based bugs, you know? Yeah. Especially with the cars here and everything. Like, these kinds of things are really buggy, so maybe try to move left, right, or no. So as you play the game, you'll notice a lot of this stuff because this is actual physics, you know, so it's like, you know, like the cars have some mass and you know, friction and things happen naturally, so depending on what you do, you can really get stuck in some weird situations. Well, yeah, bugs were plenty all the time. Our programmer actually likes to clip them and show them on Twitch.
Yeah, I think I saw a video back in the day.
Yes, of some kind of funny bug. But also, we've put a lot of Easter eggs in the game. So when you're driving, you can see on the highway that's above you, you know, on the overpass, you can see sometimes the Back to the Future car flying away,
amazing,
stuff like that. Yeah, and there's also a lot of small details regarding to the plot, because there actually is a plot if you are very careful about it. So if you remember, the game started with you getting this gun from some very bearded guy who was completely torn apart.
Yeah, that stranger, yeah.
So the thing is, as you're playing the game, do you want me to spoil it?
Usually we don't do spoilers.
Okay, so I won't spoil it. But is it a spoiler to say that there's a time loop involved?
No.
Okay, there's a time loop involved, and it's okay. So by the way, Clement, as you can see, it just goes up, down, up, down, up, down. So you can just like instead of losing all the lives, just remember that you keep shooting at the wrong side. So just figure out the first
is
one.
doing a Clement thing, trying to
so
do
now,
everything.
now up, now down, down. You didn't go down. Up, down, up, down, and so it's just like zigzagging. It's super easy to remember. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
I'm trying to shoot at the same time, and that's.
Nah, don't shoot them. Just run away from them. Just be faster.
It's
Down.
like I said, Clement is doing a Clement thing, trying to kill everything.
Yeah, my problem.
There are some moments in games when we are streaming where Clement just finished the level,
Ooh.
but turns back to kill everything.
Okay, so in this level we're going to see the change from daytime to dusk, and then later, of course, later levels are going to be nighttime. So as you're playing the game, your character is getting more, you know, like a little bit older, you know, as days go by, and you know, the beard is, you know,
The
he has like a
GameChuck
full day's
logo on
beard.
the trucks.
Yes, this is one of the cool things. Ooh. Ooh. So again, it's zigzagging. So keep here and now to the right, right. Ooh. To the left, then. Oof.
Now, I
Oof.
think if I remember correctly from the website and the press material, about 6 people worked on this game.
So, Igor was the game designer and pixel artist, but then we figured out there's a lot of pixel art, so we got another pixel artist, Jurica. Vanya was the programmer, but then we figured out there's a lot of programming going on because every level is different. So we got another programmer, so Vanya and Carlo. So 2 artists and 2 programmers. And also the guy who was doing the story for Trip the Ark Fantastic. We had a little bit of a pause on Trip the Ark Fantastic at that point, you know. So he designed some levels, you know, level design. You know, you had to put the right cars in the right place and so on. So that was Jan. Jan was doing the level design and even some game design choices. And we had the music, sound and music was done by Mattia, which was actually, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really nice music and every level is different and it's very cool. I personally really like this
I
music.
think it's one of the things I also praised in my article back then.
Yeah, people really enjoyed the music. It was actually won the official selection on the what's the name of the music festival? The Chainsaw Games and Music Festival. Yeah.
Whoa.
It got
That's
the.
impressive.
It's very cool. It's some other music awards as well. It's all on the Steam page. I forgot already. But so that's 6 people. That's true. But also, I level designed 1 level. I'm going to show you which one, if we ever get to it. It's one of the last ones. But yeah, you know, you want to. Oh yeah, and we had a student working for us at the time. Don't use the middle lane. Don't use the middle lane. We had a student working for us at the time, and we gave her to try and code some part of a level. So there is some code by Sara as well.
That's nice.
But she mostly worked on our interactive comics, not on this. But we did give her, and then of course everybody's credited, you know. So and we also had we had a publisher as well. This game had a publisher, but this publishing deal is now already like. It's been too long, so it doesn't work anymore. Oh, you're up to the final boss. Nice, final boss of the level. I'm going to explain in a moment how to beat the boss, but first, the publishers actually did a great job with translating the game, all the menu stuff and everything, to all the languages and helping with porting and so on. So that was really amazing, and they're really they're a Japanese publisher, so the game really did well in Japan.
Whoa,
It was big in
Japanese
Japan.
publisher even.
Yes.
And the translation was very well done. So,
Okay, so let me help out Mamat. So, first point to tell you is that it doesn't make really a lot of sense to be in the middle lane when all the cars are going in your direction. Now it doesn't matter. The second thing is the car is going to try to ram you, so avoid it. Yes, like this. and you can shoot the guy who's killing you, or you can just avoid his fire. So yeah, don't be in the middle lane. Don't be in the middle lane. Good. So yeah, either shoot the guy who's shooting you or avoid his thing. At some point they're going to stop, and then you can move forward. See? They're going to try and stop, and then you can see. So the thing is, you have to avoid them when they're trying to stop you or ram you, and also don't yeah. Ooh. Try being very fast and go to the left so that it can't. Very fast to the left. Very fast to the left. That's right, but okay. Why I mentioned to the left, because there's like an extension, and then he can't hurt you in the extension. But okay. Now avoid the shoot. Avoid being shot if that's all possible. So once you defeat this boss, which is not very difficult, it's just a matter of figuring out what the boss actually does. So what he does is he rams you, and then
it's a little puzzle, basically.
It's a puzzle, yeah. If you're slowing down, then you give him the option to ram you. So I would not. I would attempt not to slow down. I would just be very fast and move to the right so he can't shoot you. So start the game. Move all the way to the right, or the left, or the left, whatever. All the way. Okay, and now stay here and wait for. Well, try to avoid being shot. That's an option, right? And then when he tries to stop. Go right, so he doesn't ram you. And gas, put the gas on and try not to get rammed. And that's it, just, wow. But this was very good. If you did it a few more times, that would be the end.
My timing tonight, that's no problem. But a detail I really love in this game is how, when you lose a life, you really see the character die while you can continue.
Yes, in the arcade mode you continue, but in the normal mode, actually when you die, that's it. So then you actually the camera pauses and you can see your, the way you died,
Yeah, like Dark Souls mode, like.
Exactly. That was too hard. That's why this update with the arcade mode was done, so it doesn't become so hard. Oof.
This is the only game which got a physical release?
The only game we made which had the physical release, yeah. And we had to deal with strictly limited games. This is like a distributor of limited edition physical games. So they made, I think, 3,000 or 6,000 copies of the game, something like this. And it really sold out almost immediately. There's only like 1 or 2% left. So kudos on getting the Switch physical box, because I think very soon we're not going to have any more. I'm going to actually buy some for myself as well, because it's going to be, I want to have them,
I think Darky going for a full Switch head will be jealous of you, Clement.
He already has the game.
Okay, that's
I
bad.
talked with him about it.
Now, I've seen pictures of it, but didn't you do some funny burger box for all you can eat? Or was it only for...
Yes, exactly. But that was just a prototype. We didn't make 50,000 of them and sell them. But that would be such a funny thing to do, like sell the game in a McDonald's burger box or something.
Yeah, I saw the pictures with a disc in it.
Yeah, it was a good prototype, but in the end, oof. Okay, let's focus on helping Clement. So he's doing well in the beginning. As I see, he's really doing well. He has all 3 lives, so that's all nice. But okay, and he's killing the guy, which is also great. But the new guy comes, and then the new guy's gonna kill him now. Okay, and now move forward. Hit the gas. But it's good. Okay, so I think Clement got the hang of it. I think he'll kill the guy again. No, don't be on there, because he's gonna kill you. Okay, good. Now move forward. Try not to get rammed. Perfect. And now this is the third time. So this is the final time you have to not get
Oops.
rammed. Whoops. All right. All
That
right.
was close. That was close.
Don't lose the life here in the middle. Yeah. Ideally, don't lose the life here in the middle at the beginning. Yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Now
It's a bit of memorization. I see that you're memorizing stuff, which is also a nice thing to do, yeah. Watch out for being rammed.
Oops.
Oh, oh. All right. It's gonna be worth it because after this level we're getting into very uncharted territory, very interesting territory in terms of gameplay.
Now, something we also usually mention when we talk about released games is because I did some, and one of our previous guests was did a lot more, is the speed running section of the whole game. And just for the record, this game is currently the world record holder is a Croatian. By the name of TGD Nerot, who finished this game in easy mode.
Yes, press the gas, press the gas, press the gas, press the gas.
Ooh.
Oh!
Who finished his game in 11 minutes.
The guy finished the game in 11 minutes. I have something to tell you about TDG Nerot. That was actually the programmer of the game. So
He's cheating.
So he's really amazing at it. I mean, 11 minutes is really super fast. But I managed to finish the game in like 20 or something, 15 or something like this. But he's really crazy.
Diabetic is 12 minutes. That's the silver one.
Where is he from?
America.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Neri is our programmer. He programmed this level, all the levels so far. And now we're going to get to the part where we stopped, where we added a new programmer. So the next level is actually programmed by somebody else, and it's a completely different game. So we'll see. You know, there's another option. Just avoid him, because if you're standing still, he can aim and shoot you. But if you're moving left and right, he can't really shoot you. So that's also an option. Good. You're good, doing fine, I think. Just yeah, don't get rammed. Also, the important part is your last life. Oof, you're dead. The point is when you do the three things.
So close.
Yes. When you do the three times, up and down, you get tried. He tries to ram you 3 times. Then just press the gas so you avoid him, and he'll get stuck in the road becomes narrower, and he's gonna get stuck. And that's when we that's what almost happened that one time, and then you would actually win.
When you say that, one of the scenes of Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade pops in my mind with the speedboats.
Oh yes, I forgot about this. Yes,
where the two boats go together, and then suddenly, pop!
Yes, I remember this.
Yeah, Clement is doing really. Clement is really persistent in not giving up, and
okay, just run! Don't get rammed. Oof, good. And now there's going to be a guy who's going to come with a bike. Kill him. Aim and kill him. Aim and kill him. Aim and kill him. Good. No, he killed you. Aim to the left and kill him.
Oh, at least I have a checkpoint.
Aim and kill. Aim and then press the left button. Yes. And now we have level 5.
oh. Now Clement is
we're
officially further than I am.
So this is a 3D level. You can also aim, but you have to press the gas, otherwise you're gonna get rammed by from behind. Yeah.
This somehow reminds me of early Star Fox.
The main
way.
inspiration was Road Rash. Road Rash from I think 1906 from Amiga.
Yeah, I was more of a console boy back then. But,
Oof. Yeah, I don't know how you would finish this game ever if you didn't put the arcade mode. I mean, every death would just get you back to the
I would
beginning of
finish
the
it,
levels.
but in a few years.
Day 712. Today we enter the 5th level.
I could tell you that if you put this game in an arcade with coins, you'll be really wealthy in a few years.
I think here I can only tell you one thing, and that's that you can aim the motorbikes that are coming to left and right when they do by the same way that you did in the past level. So you hold shift and then aim left or right.
I'm playing with a controller. No.
Oh, sorry. And I always keep saying shift. So the secondary button, whatever the secondary button is, that's the aim button now.
With these kind of controllers.
So yeah, it's very, very old school. So you only have like 2 buttons and 4 directions. So you can actually play it on Game Boy. Or like the old Nintendo, like just A, B, and left, right, up, down.
I grew up on the Game Boy.
Me too. That's the best console for me.
I am one of those children. I was one of those children where my parents were like, you don't get a PlayStation, you don't get a Nintendo 64 and a GameCube and everything like that. But here is a Game Boy Color. Man, the amount of hours I spent on the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance.
What were you playing? Did you play Pokemon or what?
Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, some games here from Belgium, like based on the Smurfs and Asterix and Obelix. Kirby, Wario Land, yeah, and some really stinkers too. Let's be honest, like soccer games and stuff like that. Like anything I could get my young hands on.
I remember my favorite game from the Game Boy era. Of course, most of the time I played Pokemon as well, like everybody. But my favorite one was called Duck Dodgers from the 24th and a half century. It was an amazing, very, very difficult game, platformer, where you had a jetpack and you had to really think of how to use it, strategically, because once you start using the jetpack, you only have a little bit of it left, and you have to really think of how to make a huge jump. And the thing that I figured out is that there's a way to finish the entire first level with just one jump if you strategically use your and then if you do that and you have just one jump for the whole level and you don't touch the ground at all in a platformer game, which is amazing, you enter a special kind of level which is like a super stage. So it's not a stage, it's a super stage, and then you have the whole game is completely different. And it was so difficult, I could never finish it, back then. I downloaded an emulator and finished it recently. But yeah, it was impossible. I played a demo basically with this one here, the library, and I think it had arcade mode. Well, true, the game didn't have arcade mode until the updates. By the way, the only way to destroy this guy is to actually use these things where you have to jump over them. Jump and then shoot him. Yes. So you have to jump and shoot him 3 times. And then he's done.
Oh, the typical cliche, hit it 3 times and it's dead.
Yes. The most cliche of all the cliches in retro games.
One of my favorite Game Boy games are the two Oracle Zelda games. I love them to death.
No, just jump on him.
Ah,
Oh no, next time. Just jump on this and you're done. Perfect. Which one? Zelda?
The Zelda Oracle games, if we talk pre Game Boy Advance era. Oracles of Ages and
Zelda.
Oracles of Seasons. Amazing titles. They split the usual 2D Zelda formula right in the middle. Ages is more puzzle heavy, and Seasons is way more action heavy.
So I'm just gonna help out Klamat. So when you have helicopters, then you can use the missiles, but for everything else you can use the shooting. So the missiles are for the helicopters.
okay.
So here you could have shot them, you know, or just keep holding the shoot button. That's okay. Just keep holding the shoot button and that's it. Just shoot everything and when you see yeah. So you got the hang of it. That's it. I would just recommend avoiding when the airplanes are going, you know, and then you can figure out where they're going and so on. By there, like by the water. But you're doing fine, so it's okay. Yeah, you have to avoid the when you see in the water that they're shooting, you have to avoid. But okay.
I quickly skimmed through my review from back then of Speed Limits, and I still stand by what I said. It's a game that's gonna kick your balls, difficult, but it's the game that has that mentality of just one more try. And it's quite addictive.
I think that Klamat almost got to the dawn part, where it's dawning again, you know? So that was interesting. So it's nighttime now, but I think that at some point now here it's going to dawn. So we're gonna have the next day. So the guys really, I don't know if you've seen this, but the little live icons, how many lives you have, they keep changing every time you pass to the next level, and he becomes more gruff and he has more beard and so on and so on. So here the little icons are like, he's really like this.
Like me.
The attention for detail in your guys' games is amazing. Like, I remember when I reviewed Paws of Coal, I didn't think if I mentioned it in my article or mentioned it to you guys in the Discord, that there was a whole section of texture missing, and there was a whole dark area, and one day later, one of the designers just put in a patch and the whole section was covered with earth texture. So
yeah, it's very important. Yeah, this was probably before Paws of Coal release. Probably it was like a pre-release, right? Something like this.
Yeah, I played it very early, Paws of Coal. Let me quickly look at Paws of Coal review again. I talked about it in May, late May last year.
Okay, when it released.
Yeah.
Actually, it did have a serious error that we had to update and fix. and that was like in one dialogue, the game, for some people in one dialogue the game froze, and it was like really what the hell. But I figured out the mistake. It was like a mistake in the dialogue system, so we didn't connect the knots or whatever you call them.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about Paws later. I'm trying to. Hey, by the way, are we going to finish speed limit? Because actually, Clement is very close to the final levels.
apparently we are going to do that.
It depends on how much time you have.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to see the end, why not? I mean, it's gonna blow your brains. The end is gonna blow your brains.
It's the first level over again.
How do you know this?
I was making a joke.
Whoops. Then we spoiled it. But it didn't spoil the whole thing. It's very interesting as well. The why is more important than the what.
Yeah.
So, who came with the idea of this game? Because
Igor. Igor is one
you
of
are not
the
80s child. So
No, not
You?
me, not me. But Igor is. He's a little bit older than me, and he's a big retro fan, and he's the co-founder of GameChuck with me, and he was focusing more on these kinds of titles, you know, the arcade ones, and I was focusing more on. Oh, you're in the final level. So this is the level that I level designed.
Ooh.
So here you have this idea where you can go fast in front, and then you can like be faster than the other ones, or you can go slow and then. But the point is, you should go slow so that they're behind you, and then when they are in front of you. Sorry. So go slow so they are in front of you, and then shoot them. Also, when you hear this sound, that means that there's like a guided missile, which means that you should just shoot a flare with the secondary button, so it doesn't shoot you, you know, because the guiding missile is guided by heat. Yeah, so go slow. When the guy is in front of you, just aim for him and shoot him. So, yeah, go slow, go slow, go slow. So the guy goes in front of you, like now, but without being
yeah.
there.
Easy to say, hard to do it.
Hey, shoot him, shoot him. No, he just. Alright, I'm gonna let you figure it out on your own. So, turn. Good. See? You've done it. Perfect.
Clement is a very quick learner.
When you hear this sound, you have to do the flare. Too late, but yeah.
I remember when Clement and I first met, and that was he did a stream of the game I speed ran. I don't do it a lot anymore since I fell out of love with the hobby for now. And when I explained speedrunning concepts to him, how to skip parts of a level, it took him a few tries and he got it. So
you're not gonna be able to get him because he's faster than you when you're shooting. You have to stop shooting and then get to him. When you're shooting, you're playing slower for some reason. It's a design choice because otherwise everybody would just keep holding the shoot button. But you're close. This level is deliberately short. The levels get shorter as you get further on because you know, everything is faster and the vehicles are faster. Now you're in a plane.
yeah,
The final level. What do you think? Which vehicle are you going to be in the final level after the plane?
a UFO.
No, I'm not gonna tell you. It's gonna be very hilarious.
I be like, just give me 1 minute.
Parachute.
Ah, this is fun. This is fun. This is one of my level design works that I really enjoy.
Yeah, you put also a lot of anti-cheese strats into this, so you can't cheese the level.
Yes.
Now, how long did this game need to make? How much time have you guys spent on making this game? That's a better way of phrasing it.
In 2019, we started Trivia Fantastic, but also one team, so Igor's team, started doing Speed Limit. And we were doing it for a whole year. A little bit before the year was out, we actually found a publisher who was willing to port it and so on. So the game was actually finished in a year or so. But then the publisher said, okay, but we need to port it and we want to release simultaneously everywhere. So then the game actually released in the beginning of. It was ready already in I think November of 2020. But it's a very bad time to release because, you know, Black Friday, Christmas, sales. So we said, okay, let's wait. January is also bad. January 2021 was also very bad time because, you know, everybody spent so much money on Christmas and so on, nobody has money. So we waited until February 2021, so we released it then. Although the game took only 1 year to make from 2019 to 2020, we waited until February 2021. And then when released, everybody thought it was a bit hard. So we did an update, you know, with the arcade mode, so people can actually finish it. That was I think in May. So a few months later, we did this arcade update. Oh, this is the last level. It's another day now. It's blue again. This is the boss, you know, the big boss. So the whole level is just one boss. He keeps opening things, and when the things are opened, you can shoot them. When you shoot all the stuff, then you win. So each thing behaves differently. So these things you can just avoid them and then later shoot him. But of course, I would suggest holding the front so that you're actually very fast all the time, because that way you're going to be able to actually come to one of his open things like this and then shoot him. Yeah, no, but I think Klamat got it. So the point is that you shoot the things when they're open, and that's it actually. Once you've shut the whole thing down, it's done. So the worst weapon that I can tell you really everybody hates it is the one with the circle. When the circle pops up, it's a turret, and the turret just shoots directly at you, and the only thing you can do is try to, you know, like spin and avoid it.
Now, a topic I love to discuss and talk about is, and we did that last time when we had a developer over, which was a French developer who was making a point-and-click game with also some hacking involved, where he wrote his own command line interface into the point-and-click game. It's impressive, and he is doing it mostly on his own. But from its Kickstarter until now, we already have 7 years passed. So, can you talk about the game design hurdles or the things that make you say people have easily say just throw more developers to the game, throw more money at the game to release it faster? Why doesn't those things work?
Usually indie developers don't have more money, so it's usually the other way around. It's like, oh, we're scrounging with just a few developers and we have to finish everything we want. But the true game design issues are, you know, like, I've been thinking about this a lot, you know, obviously it's my job and so on, so I have to think about it. The main problem is that a lot of the you can't know if something is fun or not until you've actually developed it, you know, even added some, you know, quality of life features. So it's really in a late stage, and then only then at the very late stage can you say, I'm missing the point. So you shot so much of the thing, but you didn't shoot the weapons. Okay. So yeah, that's a lot of time, you know. So we had a lot of back and forth with a lot of games. For example, the game that I mentioned, Midwinter, which is also pixel art, which is also going to be released hopefully sometime soon, maybe next year or somewhere. That one is the thing is that we really tried a lot of different stuff, you know, like okay, how about if we have 15 skills? Oh no, that's too much. Let's just have 3 skills, and so on and so on. So I would just suggest to Klamat not to be hasty. You don't have to shoot the thing a lot. So shoot it a little bit, and then just avoid the fire. You know, so it doesn't make sense to lose a life just to get 1 extra second. So wait until and now you can try and shoot it.
The other developer mostly talked about engines giving some tech issues. Like one time he updated Unity and most of his project died.
We don't use Unity a lot. So the next game is Godot engine. So we don't really have a lot of engine problems, you know. But I've heard a lot that. So the problem with game engines is that mostly, if you don't understand them, if you're not really versed in them, they're black boxes, you know. Which means that you don't really know what's happening. You just pray that something good is happening. And the problem is that with this approach, it's very easy to sometimes get into a problem where you don't understand why something is working or not working, and it's impossible to debug. That's why I love GameMaker and even Godot engine and whatever, because they're not black boxes. Godot is completely open source.
Well, yeah, I was about to say that, especially Godot is open source.
And GameMaker is not open source, but they really have extensive documentation and everything is very clear, you know. And there's no like so usually developers like in Unity, they buy all of these different plugins, you know, and then there's like a whole nother layer of black box with where, you know, like you're using someone else's million lines of code to do some small thing that you should have done yourself, like I don't know, controller schemes or whatever. And these things are great maybe for prototyping, but horrible when actually talking about real final product development, because bugs are impossible to find. And GameMaker doesn't really have a lot of like doesn't have the plugin philosophy, you know. There is like a plugin marketplace, but it's really not big, and people don't really use a lot of plugins. You do everything yourself.
Back in the day of the early GameMaker scene, there was like also a store, but it was more like what the asset store now is for most engines, where you could download sprite packs and everything like that.
Yes, I remember. This is also right now existing. Okay, so Klamat, don't get killed every time by staying here. Just wait until they all go and then shoot it for 1 second. And after 5 or 6 times, it's going to be fine. And you can keep holding the shoot button. It doesn't really matter. It won't change anything. Wait. Now. Yeah, go away. This is your last life, so don't. Yeah, this is the way I would do it. Yeah. So just be patient, and that's it. And maybe one more time, and I think that should be it.
Yeah, no. Just pot shots.
Good. And now watch this one. That's the turret. That's the horrible one. So when the turret happens and it opens up and it starts shooting, try doing a barrel roll, because it's super fast and it sucks. I mean, the barrel roll is the best option for every other weapon. The only weapon where you have to avoid is this one, the first one.
My cousin owned a Super Nintendo with Star Fox, and just aligned to a barrel roll is so ingrained in my head from back in the day, from Star Fox. It's insane. Every time when somebody is saying do a barrel roll for another video game, I just hear the lines of Star Fox. And I am happy now that I own Star Fox completely in box for my Super Nintendo in the other room here.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm also a collector as well, but I don't like buying physical versions of games I bought digitally, and I had the opportunity of getting a game key for my press review from you guys, so I was like, I have this digitally already, why should I buy the physical version? And now I regret it.
Well, you can still buy it.
Yeah, but I already bought a lot of other things this month, so my budget is a bit
I'll try to send it over to you then. I do have to buy and stock up myself, you know. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's very cool to have a physical. What Switch one or a PlayStation one?
I both have a PlayStation 4 and a Switch version. And a Switch.
Alright. So we bought like 20 of them for birthday gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hello, Cobalt. Welcome to the stream, my man.
Clama's really not dodging any of that fire. Oh, true. Oh, true. So true.
Well, I already bought it 2 times, the game, so I had to buy it digitally. Also because the order didn't arrive on strictly limited. But I don't have a problem because I'm a collector and I can keep it sealed.
Yeah. The fact that he is a collector, the wall behind him is certainly not giving a hint.
Let me try and zoom into his. I'm trying to figure out how to use Discord to zoom in to see all the games that he has, but it's not easy.
Well, Cobalt, we have talked about this since the start of the stream, so but yeah, there is a physical version for only the console releases, right?
PlayStation and Switch. PlayStation 4.
Yeah. And it was a very limited, not from limited run, but it's a very limited.
It's
I know
limited
the word
edition.
in Dutch, but edition.
Limited edition, I think, right? Like
the limited edition, I think it's sold out. I got the standard one.
Ah, it's sold out. Too bad. But the only difference is that here you get a coaster or something, or a soundtrack or something. It's strictly limited. It's not a limited run. Strictly limited is a different distributor. But they all have limited in their names, obviously.
Oh my! Oh my! Okay, fuck. I was about. How much money do I need to save up for this game? And now I go to strictlylimitedgames.com. The PlayStation 4 limited edition is on sale at the moment. I'm buying.
It's on sale at the moment?
Yeah,
Really?
only one item left, so that's mine.
You're kidding me, right?
No, I'm not kidding you.
I didn't even know this. Well, that's nice. Good to hear.
But it won't be for long.
Which one item of which one? Of which?
Of speed limit.
Which version?
PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1%. Oof, oof. 1%. That might be 2 copies.
I just snagged it.
But it might have been, if it says 1%, it might be 2 copies because total is a little bit more than 100 copies. So I think 1% is not 1 copy. It's just 1% left. Oof! I should snag probably as well. I should probably snag.
Okay,
them as
Cobalt,
well.
if you wanted to go get it because these guys will buy it now.
Oh jeez. But it's interesting that the soundtrack bundles are still there. There's like 8%, 11% left, so it's not horrible.
Yeah. I just bought the limited edition PlayStation 4.
Nice. All right. I don't know. I don't know what's their strategy. Do they? I'm going to ask them actually via email. Are they going to do another run or what? I think not. I think once they do a run, that's it because that's what makes it limited.
Yeah, they are not doing it again. But I wanted to ask you, they don't have exclusivity. I mean, if you could do another deal to for another run of physical releases, no? If you want.
I don't know. I will ask them. Is the question, can we do it or?
Yeah, if you can do it again with another company. I mean, if they have
Is it
exclusivity
exclusive?
for.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I think probably the exclusivity runs for some period of time. I should check it out, but.
Because a lot of games from Strictly Limited, they were then released by other companies later on.
So then it's perfectly fine. But I will.
Yeah, with
check
different
anyway.
cover and something like that.
Yeah, we did discover, so I guess it's fine. And you get a little booklet inside, which is also very cute. It's a very nice booklet.
Yeah.
About the
It
game.
will,
and everything.
it will arrive in 4 days, according to the mail
Yeah,
I just got.
that's what I thought also.
But it didn't. Who knows why?
Maybe
I mean,
I will just say, I know the developer and I know the CEO of this company. You better deliver, fucker.
it might be that it's actually. Yeah, I'm gonna mail them. I'm gonna mail Strictly Limited now, actually. While Klamat is trying fruitlessly to destroy this big boss.
No,
if you
I
don't
think
destroy the boss in the next 10 minutes, I think I'm.
Yeah. I think my
I think I'm just gonna-
the problem was that I was using the stick, and it's really difficult to play with the sticks.
So what else can you use?
I can use the directions.
Okay, good.
I always forget you use an Xbox 360 instead of an Xbox One controller.
Well, it's almost the same.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Cobalt. But this game is supposed to be hard.
This game was so hard that they needed to do an update to make it easier, and I'm playing the easiest version now.
Okay, so just don't get killed by these things. And when this opens up, this was a good strategy actually. Just keep there, and when it opens up, just kill it a little bit and then go away. Yeah, it's good. Don't be hasty.
Hot shotting.
Yeah, like this. No, run away. Yeah, just keep here until it opens up and then move away. Perfect. Yeah, I think this is a good way to do it. That way you're not gonna die.
And he still has 1 life left.
And then the 0th life as well. Plus, you have to be really careful when this thing opens up. And also, when it opens up, that's when you can shoot it. So first, I'm talking about the turrets. When the turrets open up, you know. When the turrets open up, then of course avoid them, and then yeah, good. You figured it out. So also when it's open, you can shoot it. When you shoot that, the game is done. No. Oof. So you have to be in the part where there is no. See, no, you're in the middle of it. Okay, good. No, not good. But that's how you finish the game. Actually, that's how you win. You shoot the thing in the middle, and then it all blows up. It's like a nuclear thing or whatever. Big bomb. I can't seem to find the Strictly Limited Games mail. Wow. It's been a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
Felix,
So-
that's the guy.
So Zombie's channel says that he is basically requesting a floppy version for the collectors. So they have an installer on the floppy for anyone who has a floppy drive. That would be fucking funny. But I think GameMaker uses some kind of architecture now in their executables that it makes it not work on old hardware. Like you mentioned earlier, Pat, that they dropped XP support.
Yeah, but it might still work. You know, even without support.
I mean, there is
I
a
don't know.
company which already released a game on floppy disks on the collector's edition. I think Miami, Florida, or something. I don't know. That arcade-ish
Yeah, it's
pixel
possible,
art.
especially it's possible with GameMaker because GameMaker makes an executable which is like a megabyte and a half. So maybe with some little tricks you could do it to fit, you know. Not sure how, but it's not probably impossible. It's probably possible.
Yeah, the developer we talked to last time about that point-and-click game with that command line he built also, he is going to release the game physically, but not on CD. But since it will fit the theme of the game on a USB stick, so you will be able to buy the game on a stick.
You have to do a barrel roll for these things when they happen as well. Oh, go! Yeah, good. Now come back and shoot it.
It's basically dodge the lines.
Yeah, dodge this. Okay, so when it opens up, just roll in the opposite direction. Oh. Good. Now shoot it. I mean, that's how you finish the game. You have to shoot it. Oh.
That was barrel rolling.
So maybe not in the
into
opposite
it.
direction. So when it opens up on the right, you have to go left. So you avoid it. Okay, but at least Klamet knows how to do it now. He's really good. Every time he's doing it.
Told you, he is a really quick learner.
By the way, did you have any plans to release this game on older consoles like Sega Mega Drive or SNES?
We did have this plan. We did have this plan, and we also have we're currently working on an NES game, the old NES. So we have internal skills now, and we know how to develop games for NES and also Commodore. So this was planned, but well, we'll see after we release this one that we're doing now, which is for NES. It's going to also be like a limited edition or something.
Yeah. You want the proof of concept first, that it's able to be done.
It is. I mean, there is a company which Bitmap Brothers, I think they're called. They did Xenocrisis, and they released the game on every platform on this earth.
I agree, Clement, but they need to have the knowledge in-house to do it.
Yeah, of course.
We want this knowledge in-house because it's, you know, cool and retro, and it's much better than just paying someone to do it. Much more fun. I think Clement is doing well. He has all 3 lives. Still?
He is.
Uh-oh. Perfect. And you just have to avoid this thing and then come back and shoot it again.
Now, thankfully, I'm not gonna shout too loud, but we didn't have a climate moment yet, where some crazy bugs happen.
Maybe in the next game. So yeah, that was the direction you had to go. Go!
Oh,
I guess, go.
no.
I'm not
I
actually sure
managed
which direction.
to waste all the lives. Yeah, this game could be released also on the Evercade. It's suited for that platform.
Yeah. So now you see this game being played by people. Do you sometimes think, I should have done this differently or this differently? Or are you happy with it, how it turned out?
I'm happy. I mean, I wasn't happy because of it being too hard. But then we did the update, you know. So that's the good thing about games these days. Before, I don't think that helps. I think you really have to dodge it with the barrel roll. See? I think that the good thing is that the game is not, you know, like once it's out, it's done. But actually, it's
Yeah.
ah shit. Too bad that.
He's
But you were
getting
really
I
close.
closer and closer.
Yes.
Well, we can skip the final to leave something for the viewers. A surprise.
I mean, it's okay. If you guys want to finish this up, and then maybe we can also play Paws of Coal some other time. I don't know, but or maybe just start it up and then people will see it, and then we don't really have to play Paws of Coal all the way until the end, you know?
Yeah.
Because that would last like many hours.
I mean, I have slept for 10 hours today, so I can go for hours. I think the record from Clement and I is 7.5 hours now.
Wow. Which game was that?
Another Coat Recollection.
On Switch.
On the Switch, yeah. It's
We should avoid these things, these turrets. You know, when you see the turret coming up and shooting, just go somewhere else. Yeah, use the. So which game? Sorry, which game did you play?
Another Coat Recollection on Switch. It's a remake of a point-and-click game on Nintendo DS and Wii.
Nice.
Now, Cobalt, my man, I can answer that question in Pat's name. He owns a studio with 15 people. Besides making games like this, he does some contract work for other studios and non-government agencies. But correct me if I'm wrong here.
This all true. Yeah, I mean, it's not selling like millions of copies, so you can't make a living just out of selling Speed Limit. But you can make a living out of making games if you're very clever about how you go about it. So you get some money from the publishers, you find a lot of cool deals, you don't sell it only on one store, you find some regional stores, you know, they have a special store in Brazil, special store here, there, and when you count all this up, you know, you can earn a living. And also, like Neko mentioned, there's the whole thing where you also, if you want to do game development full-time, that's great, but we also do part-time our own games, part-time games for other people, for hire, for, I don't know, projects and so on. So yeah, you can juggle this stuff, and we've been juggling it successfully for many years, you know. I think that we hired the first person who wasn't us, the founders. That was in 2019. You know, we hired a few coders. One was for Paws of Coal, which we will play. And one was for this one, Speed Limit. And then later we actually added more coders. I'm just trying to figure out why the barrel roll is not helping out. I think you should probably I have no idea. Probably always keep in the front. That always helps. Yeah, with the stuff. Yeah, and then just quickly, as soon as you see it shooting, just do a barrel roll, and hopefully that will be it. It's also a kind of thing that it's easier to feel it than me to explain it.
Yeah. Indeed, Cobalt, you can take that answer as a yes.
Oh.
But
All right,
indeed,
I'm gonna check the
we are
time.
so close.
22:36. If you don't succeed in the next 3 runs, we're gonna go
3
to the
runs,
next one.
and we go to the next game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, Clement. Come on, Clement. Come on, Clement.
Imagine you only have 3 coins, and it's the old arcade system.
I know
Good,
for
good,
sure
good,
if he is not able to beat it tonight, he is gonna boot it up tomorrow, probably on a Steam Deck, and finish it. I can tell you that for sure.
On a CRT.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oops.
We played.
Oops, but okay.
We played the Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis that was included in Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings on Wii. We played that on a CRT and streamed it that
Nice.
way.
Good, good. Finally, you got it. Finally. We'll do it again. Perfect. So now he gets.
To answer the question of Zombie's channel here, personally, I preferred playing this game on PC.
Okay, second run.
Second run, but you were so close.
Yeah.
The turrets. You still haven't gotten the hold of avoiding the turrets, but everything else. I think you've managed it. But everything is the same. Whenever something happens, do a barrel. It's a very easy strategy. But you have to see it happening. So maybe when I see it, I'm gonna yell barrel roll.
Where is the soundboard when you need it?
Oh yes. Wait, where is it? Ah, here it is. It's on the
We
bottom
only
left.
have the difficult. Yeah. The standard Discord thing.
Okay, I'm gonna use that for the barrel roll.
Oh.
Sorry,
You did the wrong.
users.
Oof.
Okay,
I think
last
that
try.
I think that yeah, I'm not sure why sometimes you can't avoid this thing. I think when it opens up, you should just immediately start moving from it, or maybe the wrong direction. Or, I don't know. I'm talking about the laser thing. The laser. One life, and you also have life number 0. So, but I would suggest being 0 life, less life. Uh-oh. Good. Uh-oh. Oh, you had some luck here, but move. Oof.
Okay. Let's try the next one, and we'll leave it like this, something for the viewers to try. Look, you are 10th place on the arcade machine.
This is the whole team. Yeah, this is we put the whole team credits here. But of course, if you win, then you put your name in. So these are the nicknames of the people.
Lucy Bend is the PR lady.
Yes. Inigi was the community manager, and I was doing the one level design, but also doing the management, and so on and so on. So everybody who did anything was put in the credits in the high score. Okay, so the next one is Coal. A completely different art style, completely different genre, completely different team. This is a different team, and yeah, the cool thing is that it's fun to have a studio with completely different things. You know, some studios first do only one kind of game. You know, they specialize in a genre, but we really want to do like a lot of different stuff.
Ah, that music again.
This was music is by Fenton Hudson. He's an award-winning composer from Manchester, and it's really nice music.
Okay, we'll play in this format. This is not 4x3 by default, but I think it will be okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now, for the people who haven't heard the introduction, I will mention again. I will mention that this game is actually a sort of preview demo, in heavy quotations, of the next game that one of the next games GameChuck is developing, called Trip the Arc Fantastic.
Yes, you can actually play the demo for Trip the Arc Fantastic on tripthearcfantastic.com. But this game is like it's a fully fledged game on its own. You can play it for hours, but it's just like it's the same world, you know, and it shows some of the ideas of the big one, the big game.
Mm-hmm. And something I really like, as somebody who is interested in seeing the inner working mechanics, in the options menu, you have the whole behind the scenes inner workings of the game you can put on.
Yes. We left the developer tools. If somebody likes to do this, I never understood the narrative games. You know, why would you want to cheat? Weird. Why would you want to? So we said, okay, leave it in. You know, like if somebody wants to see the inner workings, somebody wants to skip to some other level, which is it's fine.
Exactly.
So I'm just the only thing that I would maybe think about is maybe choosing a different font for when they're in dialogue. As you can see, like this one is a little bit too small. Like the dialogue font is a little bit too small. The narration one is okay, but the one exactly for dialogues is a little bit too small for me. So maybe we'll.
Sounds like something I said in my review.
Okay, we will fix it at some point. And now we see how the game looks. So you're a cute little hedgehog. It's a game that you can play with a mouse or with a keyboard. Actually, I would prefer. I would recommend the keyboard. So like space for continue, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the options, moving left and right. Because why? Because on the keyboard, if you hold Shift and roll around, it's like little Sonic the Hedgehog vibes. You know, instead of walking, you can hold Shift and you're rolling around, which is very cute. Yeah.
I got exactly that feeling when I did that.
So this poor rabbit is sick, and he's not the only one sick. So the rabbit doctor doesn't know what to do. Everybody's getting sick, and he doesn't know what's causing it. And he called you. You're a scientist, actually, but you live in the same city, this mining town called the Rabbit Burrows, and he needs your help to figure out. Well, first you have to figure out what's wrong with him. It's a little bit of a tutorial, and then the whole world will open up, and you'll be able to walk around and so on. So later we'll have like a journal mechanic, and you'll see. Right now we're in the dialogue, so we're locked in. So we have to wait until until we've talked through with Doc
Yeah,
Hopper.
we finished the dialogue. So
Yes.
something I love to ask: is there going to be any voice acting in this game or in Trip the Ark Fantastic?
So voice acting is very, very expensive because you have to pay
Obviously,
some.
yes.
Yeah, especially when a game like this has like hundreds of thousands of words of dialogue.
Hmm.
Most of it has to be pronounced. So I don't think that it's realistic. But it
Yeah,
might
that's very
it might
fair.
work. It might work when if we had some huge financing for it. But
Hmm.
right now, I don't think it's realistic. That's the reason most games don't have voiceover because it's the most expensive thing. So
Yeah, outside of that, you could only voice the game in one or two languages, but then when you do for all the other languages you localize the game in, it's like, are you going to use subtitles or hire voice actors from that? And the cost goes exponentially up, since outside of that, you when you localize a game, it's not as simple as putting it in Google Translate. It's looking to the jokes work in this kind of language and in this kind of culture where the language is spoken. Like
yeah. So somebody
I
also has to culturalize the text.
yeah, I translate a lot of open source software to Dutch, my native language, and sometimes when I have English puns in the original, I'm like, how the fuck am I going to translate this?
Yeah,
Am I
puns are the
going to
most
make it
difficult.
punny or am I going to make it serious?
Yeah. Um, we don't have a lot of puns in Arc Test in Paws of Coal. So it's a quite serious game.
Hmm.
Uh, Even though it's cute animals, it's about well, a pandemic and also like as you'll see later, strike action and workers
Hmm.
trying to fight for medical insurance and stuff like that.
Were you influenced by current world events in 2020?
Um, well, of course, yeah. It's obvious that this was a product of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Uh, but but yeah, it's a good political question. Who has to pay for the sickness and so on. So here, the strikers are trying to. It's going to be a funny moment. The strikers are not going to want to help you because you're doing it for
Mhm.
free, and then they're going to say the only way we're going to tell you what we know about the disease is if you get paid for it, because then we have a precedent that the management of the mine is actually going to pay for the for the cure. Uh, Okay, so
Now,
now you have to first read the books. I would suggest first read the books because you can't. Yeah, sure, you could check baits, but the thing is, see, you don't know what to check for. So it's better to leave him now and read the book on the table, so you know what to check for. That's what the doc mentioned. Okay, so E. Also try to roll once you're going from left to right. It's fun. Okay, so yeah, I actually know what's wrong with him, so I'm gonna help you out with this tutorial. So you should check. Yeah, check out all three. Check out all three diseases, but I know which one is the right one, so don't worry. We're not gonna.
I think I remember it too.
The thing is, even if you choose wrong, nothing happens. The story goes on, so there's no. You can't get stuck. If you make a wrong report, um, if in the end of the game the rabbits get more sick, or if you make a wrong report for the lizard,
Mhm.
um, uh, then he gets fired. But things go on. And here you just turn out to be a little bit foolish, and the doctor says, "Oof, you must have had a rough night. You didn't sleep well or something because this is a very
Mhm.
bad report you wrote." So the whole mechanic is like dialogues and writing reports. So we've seen dialogues now, and now we're going to um, see as soon as you get some clues here, we're going to
Mhm.
see the report. So
Now, we talked earlier about when Speed Limit was developed and now when Paws of Coal was developed. What were the challenges of running a game studio in a pandemic?
well,
Since it's easy to say work from home, but you need to work on a code base that's shared.
true. I mean, we were a bit scared how will work from home work, but in the end, it turned out that everybody was just completely fine working on like online tools. So we had like a for speed limit, we had like every day we met on a daily meeting, and
Hmm.
we talked for 10 minutes about what everybody is doing and so on. And of course, you have those tools like Git, where you combine code together and you have someone who merges it. So, I mean, modern game development is very easy to translate to work from home. And even after COVID finished, everybody actually, well, not everybody, but let's say 50% of the people were most of the time at home. Some people like the office because it's, is
Hmm.
nicer, but most, no. Most people like to be at home. But sometimes you do have to go to the office and meet and talk because of the social aspect, so you can learn some things and so on.
Through and working together with colleagues, you can actually. It's gonna sound weird in English. Touch and see physically. It's sorry. It's always a barrier if you only see a person behind the camera or on a screen. It feels less personal in a way.
You have to hold shift. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now you go to Bates and you check him out. And I think the only thing you need to check for is his mount, actually. Do you guys have any plans to make a mobile game in the future? Asks Zombie Channel. Or have you ever experimented with mobile development? We actually have. So, like Neko mentioned, we do games for others, like for non-governmental organizations, museums, and so on. So um, one of the games we made, I'm gonna check on my mobile phone if it's still online, because sometimes you have to like update it a lot because of some Android rules. But we made some games for unfortunately, no. So we have to like do some updates because Google keeps changing rules and everything, and then you have to keep updating the SDKs and everything. I mean, it's something that we should do because it's so cute to have your mobile games on. Let me check if we have any of them on. Monster Adventure, for example. So we had a lot of them, but it seems that we don't have any anymore. That's a bit sad. So I have to like ask somebody from the company to just because this was a long time ago. I have to ask someone to like upload them again with new SDKs. So as we can see here, but this game, for example, it might work on mobile, but the big problem is like all these games that we're making are really big with huge assets and so on. So, either we would like crunch the assets into something smaller because this is like full HD, and we actually have all the assets in 4K, but we didn't put it in the game because
Yeah.
not really important, I think, having a fully 4K game. But yeah,
Also, screen crunch is a thing on mobile since your thumbs or your fingers obscure like 33% of your whole screen if you play on
true,
mobile.
true, true. But this one would be just the same. It would have no need for thumbs. You would just click continue or click one of the buttons.
Hmm.
So it's not. It's easy to put this on mobile. But I think the first step would be to put it on consoles, like Nintendo Switch or something. So I guess
Yeah, but those kind of games, these kind of games, I don't really like to play on consoles like the PlayStation or Xbox. And again, what I'm going to say now is a personal opinion, since um, I actually measured it. Am sitting when I'm sitting in my sofa to play console games. I sit somewhere between 2 and 2.5 meters away from my screen, and then the font needs to be so big to be able to read it from 2 meters away. It's insane. And too big of a font for a game like this wouldn't work. It would destroy the visual presentation.
Okay, let's help out Klamat. So start report. Click on the left side, start report. And you can add all of the clues, whatever. Just add all of the clues until we figure out what we think. And then go back from books, go back. There's like, no, don't exit the journal, but click this button, yes, the back button. And go to testimonials. I think testimonials of Bates, yes. No, actually, you should go to evidence. We don't need to talk to the doctor, but the evidence of the patient, yeah. Observation of the patient. And I think the most important one is that he's delusional. So he thinks that you're his younger brother. That's the most important one. Okay, so as you can see, you can move around the icons and you can see that there are some things that are like, for example, this crooked line means that the two things are one against the other. So this book at the beginning, put the icon of the book somewhere on the bottom right, the first book. As you can see, so if you just put it here, whatever. So just let's read it. What did it say? Okay, so a dry mouth, but here you said that he's a normal mouth. So these two don't make sense. So you can right click and remove it because it's definitely not that one. Yeah, so you can also remove this. So we know that it's not that one. What else? Delusion. So if he's delusional, just use the conclusion that he's delusional. See, Bates must be delusional. It's down there in the conclusions. Perfect. So these two are connected, you know. And now we could use the gastric stasis. So we know that the book says that it's delusion. So if you use this one, okay, so now it's all connected. So and you can submit your final report that he has gastric stasis. So that's how the game works, you know. So you have to think about it, use some clues, figure it out. And now you can exit the journal and talk to the doctor. And the doctor will say, thank you so much. And he'll give you the big quest of the game, which is try to figure out the cause of this illness. Why is everybody getting gastric stasis?
And then you go outside of the house of the doctor and the music starts, the glorious music.
Yes, now it's very quiet, and everything is black, you see, but that's what we wanted. And later it's going to become like the whole screen is going to be beautiful and you're going to have music and everything.
Yes, I still know from where the location was, where I think it was even you that replied to me on Discord to cover that section up. Let me quickly check that. I think I will find it again.
You mean the one that had like a black screen instead of the visuals? Yeah. I know exactly where it is. I remember. It was when you enter Charles's home. It was on the top, on the bottom right.
True. Yeah, I think it was. I can't find it anymore on the Discord. God damn it.
I guess Klamat is really diving deep into this dialogue.
It's pretty hard because it's not voiced, and I need to concentrate, and you are talking. But
sorry.
No,
but I'll explain everything. So actually, in the context of saving time, you can just like mad press space all the time, space. And I'll just explain what's happening. So,
okay,
so the
I
doctor
think it's better.
The doctor is going to tell you that there are a few miners who he left on the outside of the mining town, but we can't get to them, as we'll see soon, because the elevator is down. But which is a classic point and click thing. But there are some of his friends. There's a guy who was with them before. That's the old miner guard. So we have to find him somewhere. That's the very old rabbit. And there's also a few miners who are right now on the strike. You know, as we'll see later, who also had this illness, but they grew better. At least one of them. And then you have the family of this engineer, this Rabbit Bates. His family is also suffering from gastric stasis. So it's very difficult to figure out what's the common denominator for like a family that doesn't do mine, an engineer, a few miners, and so on. And this is how the game actually looks. You walk around, you run around with your shift. Perfect. You can go up if you want with the stairs. So see, stop here. So you see, you can go left or right or down there. So the thing is, if you're near the stairs, if you hold, go to the top, to the beginning of this thing. Yeah, and if you hold down, yes, exactly. So that's how you get down. So I just wanted to explain how to do stuff like that. And yeah, if you go to this, oh nice. This is just the engine room. There's like strikers up there, striking in front of the building. So this is so the world of the Ark Fantastic is like a class world where every kind of animal fits to a certain class. So you have the commoner class, which is like hedgehogs, rabbits, and so on, and you have this like almost slave class, which is like lizards, snakes, and so on. So they're like an underclass. They're usually used for menial labor and so on. And you have like the overclass, which is like the managers, bigger animals like tigers or in this case it's going to be a badger, and of course you have the king, which is a lion, and the royalty are all cats like tigers and stuff like that.
Now, since we went into another game, I quickly listened to the stream a bit. And can you lower pet by 5%?
Ah, cool.
The other things are completely fine.
Cool, good to know.
Yeah, I do that since I know that Clement is very, very picky about sounds.
This is we also have a soundtrack for this one available, and as well as for Speed Limit. So it's cool to have soundtracks of the games, especially when you've spent so much time making them.
Indeed. Speaking about cats a bit earlier, my cat is running around here because he is hungry. So give me a minute.
Okay, no problem.
So when I purchased the game, Speed Limit, I guess I was offered to download also the soundtrack for free, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Speed Limit has a free soundtrack and also a free art book, I think. And but Paws of Coal actually has a paid soundtrack, which is something we did because we wanted to. So we had a deal with the composer that he wants the royalties of the soundtrack. So you can't have royalties of a soundtrack if it's free, and it's some kind of a nice thing to do as well. So for the composer to get like royalties of his music. So that's why we did it. Otherwise, I would also recommend putting free soundtracks because the person who bought the game, he can listen to it in the game. Why not also like this? But yeah, and it is beautiful. But sometimes it stops and starts again because there's a lot of different like each region has a set of soundtracks that can start and stop, and you also have like a way of and yeah, so this is the region which is actually classic Burrows. You have a special sound for almost every location, and even some dialogues. When a dialogue starts, then you know. Okay, tell them to see them later. I mean, I'm sure that we're not going to spend like 3 hours finishing the game, but it would be nice to just go all around and maybe enter this building as well to see how this one looks.
Or maybe we could go to this place where we had to cover up.
Okay, that's all the way to the left. Sorry, the left. So you have to go all the way to the left. Oh, he's not gonna be able to enter because he hasn't yet received the task to enter. Okay, I guess. But it's okay. Just go down, all the way. Right down and then left down and so on and so on. Down. Okay, so this is where you found it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here at the bottom right, there was a little black box, and then we did everything. This you can see also a little bit outside. If you go all the way to the yeah, the bookshelf's fine. You can read some books, but and it's important, of course, to find the clues. You have to read some books, but not now. Maybe later. I would just recommend the nicest view is if we get outside. So go up to these little plants. So Charles is actually a botanist, so that's his job. He's not really a doctor. He's a botanist, so he's just helping out the doctor with this pandemic. But his main interest is botany. And if you go here, there's gonna be a very close here, a little bit to the right. Yeah, there's a door here, so you can exit the door. Yeah, and go to see the nice vista. Oh, there's and there's of course the eagle who arrives. The music for the eagle is very nice as well.
I really still really love the way how you guys are visually going to create the arc, Trip the Arc Fantastic and this game. It feels like the early point-and-click games in the times of the first Broken Sword games, which were very hand-drawn quality and things like that. Like, I know they are remastering Broken Sword again for the second time with the Reforged, but honestly, while Reforged looks impressive, I think the visuals here and of the first director's cut of Broken Sword look a lot better and give a way better atmosphere for a point-and-click game. Now, granted, we are playing through the whole Broken Sword series, but if you compare Broken Sword 3 and 4 and then 5, they kind of went back to this kind of visual style. And it just shows how important a good visual style that is consistent but not too modern and flashy for a game is. It doesn't need to be very flashy to be a good game. It needs to be immersive.
Lion King.
So you can look at all the artwork all around different buildings, because this is art made by people from the Academy of Fine Art from Croatia. So all the art like portraits of the King Love and so on. And also you can and this art is also made by people from the Zagreb School of Animated Film. That's why it looks so old school and nice.
Really?
And, speaking of it, the Broken Sword remake, I saw an interview with the CEO of Revolution Software, and he said that they are using AI to enhance the visuals because it's too costly to redo all the artwork for that game. So maybe that's why Neko, you didn't like the way it looks.
Yeah. Now
it's not made entirely by humans.
Pat, when you say it's done by students from an art school, basically?
No. No, it's people who finished the art school from the Academy of Fine Art. They did the portraits. When you talk, when you the artwork in the game. They did not the art of the game, but when in the game you find the some artwork. That's what they did. And it's always you can like check it out. It becomes bigger.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, maybe you don't know this, but my day job is doing the IT for 2 big art schools here in Belgium.
Oh, nice.
And when I hear people say this, they give art students a chance to do things like this. It's like, oh boy, thank you for doing that. You really give a lot of opportunities to future students and, well, not future students, to future game artists.
Yes, I think, and we wanted to showcase their style of art. So some of them are not interested in game art, but they're interested in like making their own fine art, like this one, for example. Check this picture. So this is Jurica Pushniak. He did it. He's like, and then you always credit them. See, it says by the artist J. Pushniak, which is his actual name in reality, and he made this this picture of the eagle. So yeah, it's nice. They're doing this is oil and canvas, so it's nice.
I am going to I am going to praise you with a Dutch saying that maybe might make it into the game, but in Dutch we have a saying when you want to compliment somebody and when you're very proud of somebody, I am going to give you a feather.
Ah, nice. I will remember it, and it will be useful because now the next level for Charles is going to be actually in a city full of birds. So, because actually we have two options. Either we're going to continue doing these small games and build the world, or make the big Arc Fantastic one. So if we're going to continue doing the small games and build the world, we're going to continue with Charles's adventure, and he's going to go to the next city, which is full of squirrels and birds. Which we already have all the art for, which I know that you figured out accidentally by playing with the controls in the game. Okay, but I think that we're probably not gonna be able to finish this one because it's gonna take hours.
Yeah, of course.
We might try.
Unless we are here until 4 a.m. or something.
Try to open the journal and just let's see if we can figure something out, some clue. That's the quest log, that's the L, but try J like the journal. Yeah, so this is the diagnosis. We can remove the diagnosis. So go back. Yep. And starts the gastric stasis report. So go back from the evidence. Go back. And go to testimonials. We talked to some people, so... Nope, just with doc. So we don't have any interesting clues yet. Okay, what does the doc say? What does the doctor say? Oh, he has a lot of things to say. Okay, but okay. So in theory, we could figure out something, but we need a lot more clues. We need to talk to a lot more people. We need to open a lot more doors. So and there's also another report that's also going to happen for fixing the elevator. Blah blah blah. But I think you've figured out at least a little bit how the game works and what's the main gameplay mechanic that we were aiming for.
Yeah, I love the art on this game, the artwork, really nice. And I think it will look great on Switch, on a smaller screen. I mean, okay.
Cool.
You need a little break, Clement, or?
I don't know. How do you think? Do you want to continue, or do you want to wrap it up?
I'm fine to continue.
I'm asking Alex.
I personally will have to go, but if you want to, I mean, I know that Neko has already played the game, so he knows what to do, where to go, and so on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you'll find no bugs, but I hear that Klamat, you have a propensity to find them.
I think it might be better that we wrap it up then for tonight, and do it another time when we have time. I think it's more enjoyable when we have the developer with us.
True.
Somebody of the development.
One more question I wanted. Neko told me that you intend to do. I think in this the continuation of this game to have an option at the end of the adventure to print something. I don't want to disclose if you don't want to.
Not this one. This is our mechanic which we have for the interactive comics. So we have a lot of these interactive comic games where they look like a comic book and you play them like a comic book. Like every time you do something, a new panel of a comic book appears. And the thing is, that game, like All You Can Eat, Vape Escape, those are our comic book games. Those games you can actually, when you finish the game, click a button and prints out a PDF, you know, or just you get a PDF, which actually looks like your gameplay playthrough, you know. So like if you first went left, then right, then you see in the panels. So that was I was actually coding that one back then when you had like 0 employees. Then I was doing, me and Igor were doing everything. And we're also going to do a few more of those interactive comic games. So they're literally point-and-click adventures that look like comic books, and you know every action actually just makes a new comic. You could play that sometime if you want as well. I'll send you over some keys. One of them is actually completely free. Vape Escape. That's free on Steam. Yeah.
Nice.
That's how me and GameChuck actually started, with a review of All You Can Eat.
So that was even earlier then, I guess. That was maybe.
It was right after I did the publishing of the Trip the Arc Fantastic. Then
Okay.
She sent me a key for All You Can Eat, and then the ball started rolling.
Cool. I'm glad. It's been a nice 5 years. Very productive for us with a lot of cool games.
It has been a pleasure also having you tonight, and I am very excited for next streams with you for not Trip the Arc, for Paws of Coal, and maybe we should play through All You Can Eat too.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, All You Can Eat, Vape Escape, Paws of Coal, also the demo for Trip the Arc Fantastic, which is also available. All the different cool narrative games, and who knows, maybe soon I'll be able to share some other stuff, like the Nest title that we're developing, the Nintendo Entertainment System title.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Thanks for having me. Cheers, guys.
Thank you
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Have a great evening. Thank you, everyone. This is it for tonight. The next stream is on Thursday. Commandos Behind Enemy Lines, a classic.
Clement, if you feel up to it, I have sent you 2 games today. Maybe one of those 2 games we can do with the 2 of us.
We'll see what we'll do next week, but only one stream we'll have next week on Thursday. We'll announce it on Discord. Thank you again, Alex. Thank you, Neko. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Clement, I meant doing it still tonight if you